Hello, I'm Hildra Tague. Come join me in my classroom life. I'll be sharing tidbits from 40 years of teaching. It's for parents, teachers, grandparents, anyone interested in the well-being of children. I'll be giving ideas, inspiration, and even humor. I call the humor infamous sayings of these my students. Remember, the motto for this channel is, we cheer them up when they need us. We cheer them on when they don't. Well, today falls in the area of inspiration and ideas. We've seen sometimes that kids have trouble on Mondays going to school. If it's Monday, I have a headache. School phobia is helped by showing empathy, dealing honestly with negative feelings, and clear structure about what is acceptable, and not making sick days too much fun. Many children are at risk for this phenomenon, which often shows up with comments like, "Oh, it's Monday? I got a tummy ache." Some of the causes include physical ailments, emotional losses or issues, and a conviction that school gives more pain than gain. Situations like these set a child up for reenacting past fears and pains. Identifying school anxiety. In loving but misguided efforts to protect them, adults often accidentally reinforce tendencies toward school phobia by avoiding rather than facing the anxiety. This avoidance lets the child believe that such fears may really be something unsolvable and thus not to be discussed. It seems ironic that the path out of pain is often to look it in the eye and face it. Experience by school personnel bears this out. It's not always clear that a child is avoiding school. However, you can check the calendar to verify if absences are usually after a 3-day weekend or some other break in the pattern of school attendance. Problems with reentry can signal school anxiety. There are ways to help children overcome and make progress toward reducing their anxiety. Using strategies to reduce anxiety about school. If you know or even sense that your child may be at risk for these problems when it's time to return to school after time away, there are some positive preventive measures that can help. These involve dealing honestly with the specter of negative feelings about school. Meanwhile, institute clear structure, clarifying what is appropriate and accessible. Help your child look at the possible advantages of school. Regular assertive parenting with clarification of expectations can set the stage. Talk through the fears and concerns, showing respect for your child's feelings and comments. Take care not to encourage riding the bad feelings or obsessing over them. The ultimate goal is to recognize and empathize with the anxieties on the way toward letting them go. A good policy for minor aches and pains is to express caring while not using them as proper excuses for missing school. Clear-cut criteria, consistently and lovingly reinforced, can make a difference. Consult your school nurse for a recommended rule of thumb about differentiating between physical and avoidance symptoms. A headache may be answered with, "Sometimes I have the one too." They usually go away before too long. Stomach aches can be treated with minor antacids, and comments like, "Yeah, I've had that too, but it will not last forever, I promise." Insistence by the child about either could be responded to with a statement about maybe the child needs to go to bed early to make tomorrow easier in school. Since they have no experience to provide this knowledge, children sometimes need to be taught that some of life involves complaints that gradually get better, and that it's quite normal to have problems that you have to solve. Packing a surprise snack in the lunch can give a student something to look forward to. Teachers can plan a special activity the first day back, and sometimes that makes a big difference. Of course, it's necessary to manage sick days by staying in touch with your pediatrician to clarify any physical problems which really do need attention. Your doctor can help you decide which problems require medical attention and how much. When you do keep an ill child home, don't make it an attractive activity. Having too much fun when homesick can raise the child's temptation to choose the reward of staying home rather than responsibility the next time a frustration occurs. Sick children need to be kept fairly quiet, not watching their favorite TV programs, riding bikes, or doing special art or togetherness projects. Save that for Saturdays. If recent school history points to avoidance tactics, you may also have to stipulate consequences, emphasizing systems of earning rather than punishment. This frames the situation in the child's mind as a goal rather than an obstacle, and it gives the child some control. If you make it on Monday, you can watch your TV favorite show that night. Never threaten to withhold special family occasions like birthdays, Christmas, or other major symbols of unconditional love. That can do nothing but harm to the one you love so much. Observing these guidelines won't hurt a truly sick child and will lay a firm groundwork for what being ill means. Sick days which are too pleasant become an addictive attraction for a child not in the mood for school on that particular day. Don't forget to be a good role model. Remember that adults present a role model which is significant in a child's choice of behaviors. The next time you have a headache or other minor aches and pains, casually point out your coping strategy, allowing your child to notice and emulate your positive example. There are ways to help a child. It can be done facing the issue squarely by validating the child's feelings, identifying where the anxieties are coming from, using strategies to reduce that school phobia, managing sick days, and being a good role model yourself. Such children can work their way through the process and come out with improved self-esteem and better feelings and habits about school, which will last them a lifetime. I didn't want to stop till I made sure you had a personal feel for the types of experiences children like this go through. So I wrote a poem called Mondayitis. At one time, school really wasn't so good. I didn't even begin to think I could. Ever since that time on Monday morn, I do everything I can my school to scorn. I'm always just a bit sick on Monday, or I'm mad when I get into my mom's Hyundai. I'm never really ready for the first day of the week because, you see, it's avoidance I seek. Someone needs to show me more than just how, and hear my hurt and walk me through it right now. If you have family members or a student in your class, here's hoping you can be of help in both understanding and guiding them toward a more comfortable life in school. Don't forget to subscribe so you can tune into other bits of ideas, information, and humor. Till next time, shine those children until they learn to shine themselves. Bye-bye.